think a lot of us have this image in our head of having this incredible, life-changing vacation, but a lot of us don't know how to get there. So, Bruce, you've spent so many years as a travel guide.
Yeah.
You've traveled everywhere. You've been everywhere.
Almost. I haven't been to the moon yet.
You haven't been to the moon.
Aside from the moon.
Maybe next. But I want you to help us explore how you can get beyond that brochure.
Yeah.
And just have the vacation of a lifetime.
So in university, I had the best job in the history of the world. For an extrovert like myself, I was a tour leader for high-end tour people all over the world, including Madeira, which is an island off the northeast coast of Africa. I'm pointing to my hat. There's me and a local dude where I bought my Madeira fisherman's cap.
Okay.
So with this job,
I'm so happy you explained that hat.
I know, it now makes sense.
Thank goodness.
I was in Scandinavia. I was in the Western Arctic. I was in the Baltic Sea. I was in the Panama Canal. I was taking people all over the world, showing them the world that they wouldn't necessarily see if they had booked it themselves or just were kind of stumbling around. So I have this professional experience, but also I'm a big traveler. I started backpacking at 18, 6 months by myself, and we just returned with Abby from 3 weeks in Asia. So we continue to travel all over the place. I love Go Beyond the Brochure, but I want one caveat. I want to make sure all the viewers know that if you just need an all-inclusive, feel free to have an all-inclusive.
Just do it.
Because we do that too, right?
Yes.
So we balance the very predictable, sit on a beach, meet no one, do nothing, learn nothing, with the exact opposite of that of, oh my gosh, I can't believe this world is so amazing and I get to live in it.
I'm so happy that you're not snobby that way.
Oh my God, no.
Because as soon as I had kids, I was like, could I find somewhere with a kids club, a margarita, and sand?
That's all we need.
I actually don't want to learn or know anything.
Yeah,
I don't. I want to go through a book and I want to decompress. But so many of the real travelers out there will judge you if you do
no
that.
judgment.
No judgment.
I will tell you where to get the all-you-can-eat desserts at the buffet at midnight.
All ice cream all day.
Totally. And what I think is important to point out is people who go through the life stages, they in the beginning when the kids were young, it's all about the kids club. Then Abby's 6, we actually could take her to Asia. How would that work and what would we do? And so you start to, don't get stuck in the habit of we have to do the all-inclusive. Think maybe this year we go outside of our comfort zone.
I love that.
I do want to tell you, if you want to go beyond the brochure, there's the DIY version and the company version. And the first tip I have on the DIY, do it yourself, is put it out to Facebook. Say, where did you go that was awesome? And we're going to show you a picture of Abby. We're at a hotel that someone recommended in Halong Bay, Vietnam. It had just been built. You arrive by private tender. There she is. How many other people do you see in that pool?
None.
That hotel has a capacity of 1,000 people. There were 10 guests.
In the entire hotel?
In the entire hotel. So this is why
Facebook?
Yeah, a friend of mine had been there. And so it was cheap, no one was there, but it was fully staffed. So put it out to Facebook. Second, go to the internet and think about where do you want to go. So here's some search terms you could use. If you love Game of Thrones, put Game of Thrones tour. Put jazz tour. So just take a hobby and add the word tour, and you're going to see stuff on there that you've never even heard of before that's super exciting. Where do you want to stay? Go beyond your comfort zone. I'm still wearing the hat, I just realized.
You are.
And stay in an Airbnb or a VRBO. So think really...
What's a VRBO?
Vacation rental by owner. So it was a bit before Airbnb, but basically you can rent these extraordinary places, sometimes for much less than the cost of a hotel. But I was talking to a friend yesterday who rented a place in Costa Rica with 2 soccer pitches. Just for her. Yeah, I know. And then the third thing I'd say is who to meet while you're there. So when I was young, participated in this program called Servas International, servas.org. You stay for free in someone's home somewhere around the world to foster goodwill and peace.
Oh, nice.
So there's lots of organizations out there like that that's amazing. And then once you're in a destination, follow the noise. So there I am in Naples, Italy. I'm 19 years old. I speak not a lick of English. And I hear crazy screaming out in the streets.
You mean not a lick of Italian?
Not a lick of Italian. What did I say?
English.
English. I had lots of English. That was not helpful in Naples in 1989. And they said, just go outside. I follow the noise, and it turns out that the Naples soccer team had won the European Cup. And so there's hundreds of thousands of people. But if I just stayed inside, I would have missed one of the most incredible moments of my life to date.
Oh, I love
was being out there with that. So So follow the
excitement,
noise.
the energy.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you want some help, like
Yeah.
by a company? What if
Yeah.
you want to have a little bit more of a guide?
2 examples, self-guided trips and tour companies that focus on these kinds of magical experiences. There's one Canadian company called G Adventures. I have
Yes, I've
traveled
heard
with
of
them in Egypt and on the Inca Trail. You'll see a picture of Dennis and I doing the Inca Trail. And what they do is they focus on integrating you with the community. So we ate in places you never would have found. They're not restaurants, they're just made up.
Yeah.
We traveled with this company to Cuba, and our guide, get this, our guide took us to his house.
Oh,
Just a
really?
simple apartment in some apartment block, but his mom was home and he took all 20 of us. He's like, yeah, that's my bedroom, and here's my photo album from when I was a kid, and
That's
whatever. And then
amazing.
he had one of his neighbors make dinner for us on the roof of their garage.
Oh my gosh.
So we just wouldn't, you go to Cuba, you go to Veradero, and it's an all-inclusive, but what if you
Right.
booked something that got you off the beaten track? It really is amazing. The second idea is self-guided tours. So we just returned from a self-guided trip to Sicily.
Oh,
Basically,
nice.
they arrange all the hiking. We did it in Corsica too. They
Yeah.
arrange the hotels, and then they carry your luggage. So you hike from A to B, and your luggage is there.
Oh.
And there's a gorgeous French meal, or there's an Italian food. It's awesome.
Did you bring Abby on that one, Sicily?
No, we did not bring Abby on that.
No, Abby.
No.